Hello and welcome to Easy Projects. So today we will take a look at this Japcell laptop battery and see if it is any good. We will compare it to the original battery and also this one, which is probably the cheapest that you can get. And we will also test the capacity and see if it lives up to its spec. So why am I doing this? Well, my original battery has been worn out long ago. I then bought this non-original cheap one on eBay and it failed already. Not like the old one, which just got gradually worse and worse, and now it can only keep the laptop alive for 10 minutes. This one failed in another way. One day when I unplugged the power from the computer, it just switched off and I was like, what the hell? I then felt the battery and it was like 70 degrees Celsius or something. So very hot. So I immediately unplugged it, but it was not like it was shorted or something, so it just cooled down and nothing happened. I then went and bought a more expensive but still non-original battery, because these Asus batteries are just ridiculously priced here, so it makes no sense buying these. Anyway, if we compare these two, this is the Japcell and this is the cheap no-name one. This one, as you can see, I don't know if you can see it, but the plastic is very, very thin and I can easily press it down. I cannot do that the same way with the Japcell. It's a little more rigid. And also here at the connector, I can kind of bend it here, but not that badly. This one is just maybe it doesn't show up that well, but this is definitely more stiff. You can see the contacts in the cheap one are very small and they are all dark, whereas they are shiny and very wide on the Japcell battery. Also, if I try and stick something in there, you can see it holds on pretty tight here, whereas this one is just very loose. The original is kind of the same quality as the Japcell. And it also doesn't bend that easy. So I don't know if you can see this, but the original one has the same texture as the computer. Kind of a brushed finish, where the Japcell is just matte plastic. So the more important thing is how much capacity is actually in these batteries. And the cheap one, even though it is rated at 5200 milliamp hours, only had about 3800 milliamp hours when I measured it. So we'll do the same test for the Japcell. And by the way, if you want to see the video about this battery, I can link it in here and also in the description. And in that video I also show how to test the batteries. So I won't show that in this video, I'll just do it. So I got the battery here, and as you can see I didn't connect the enable wire yet, but the battery is on and it allows us to draw current. So that's a bit weird, but then again it shouldn't really be a problem. It is there for a safety reason though, so it's a little concerning that it doesn't work, but I'll plug this in anyway. So now, as you can see, the voltage, what the, something is happening here. Well, you all saw that it just showed 12.5 volts after I plugged it in, so let me try and disconnect it again and plug it back in. There you go, it does it again. So that's a little strange. Anyway, let's get the battery discharged, and this time I will use my new constant current load so we can draw a bit more current than we did last time. I still have to keep track of the time with my phone though, so I didn't get that built into the load yet. So let's draw 2 amps this time and see what happens. Let me start this. So the display up here is a bit off, but you can read it down here as well. Oh, and the battery is running out on the multimeter. So now we just have to leave it for a while, and hopefully it will take a good deal above 2 hours, because we're discharging at 2 amps and we want to reach 5.2 amp hours. So we're getting below 9.3 volts, which means below 3.1 volt per cell, and we really want it to cut out soon, because too low voltage is not good for the battery. It's okay down to 9 volts, but below that we really want it to stop. But I wonder if it's going to, because we already saw one problem with the protection circuit. So I just stopped it manually, as you saw, because the battery protection circuit did not activate. And it should have done that already at 9 volts as a bare minimum, but most batteries will cut off between 9.6 and 9.8 volts. So I'll just go and charge this up again. So the discharge lasted for 2.5 hours, and that gives the 5.2 amp hours that they claim. So no problem there. But it does seem it have a serious issue with the protection circuit. It doesn't require the enable pin to be grounded before we see a voltage on the output. And also it doesn't cut off when the voltage gets too low. Well, it might do that, but then the voltage is too low and the battery could actually be damaged, so I guess it's probably not that much of a problem, because the computer will also monitor the voltage. But then again, it's not a cheap battery actually, so I kinda expected it to work, but yeah, that's what you get. Anyway, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're into electronics. Thanks for watching this video, and I will see ya.